Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming here and joining us today as we celebrate biological reality and say no to gender identity. As Phil just said, my name is Celine. Some of you may know me as Celine Against the Machine. I'm on the committee with Phil for the declaration. I'm also a member of the Women's Rights Network Australia, Guardians Australia, and the first proud Aussie member of Gays Against Groomers. Today's event is being held under the declaration, and what we believe in is pretty simple, yet it's become quite controversial. So we believe that there are two sexes, male and female. We say no to puberty blockers and wrong sex hormones for minors. We say no to enforced pronoun use and yes to free speech. And we say no to self-ID. Now, some of you might already know New South Wales is the only state that doesn't have self-ID in its legislation. That means in order for someone to change their birth certificate and other documentation to reflect the opposite sex, they have to go through, layman's terms, sex change. Alex Greenwich and his pals, the Greens and Labor, want to remove these barriers so anyone and anyone can identify as whatever they want, whenever they want. And all you need to do is look around the world at where self-ID has run rampant, and we can already see the danger that this has put women and children in. So if you agree with us and you haven't already, please sign our declaration. The QR code is right there. We've got some guest speakers today, but time permitting, I want to maybe open the floor up to any of you that want to say a few words. Please keep in mind that we might not share eye to eye on everything. We may have different views when it comes to different topics. However, we do share one common goal, and that is to defeat gender ideology and get back to a place of reality. So our first speaker today is the Libertarian candidate for Mayor of Sydney. He's going to be running up against Clover Moore in next week's election. His ex-handle is woke not welcome, so that says enough about what he believes in. Please welcome Sean Masters.
Yay! Woo!
Thank you, Celine, and thank you all for being here. I must say from the outset, I'm going to keep it brief today, and I'll tell you why, because I've been on the campaign trail and I have been saying over Clover, over Clover, over Clover, over Clover to upwards of 300,000 people. So as a result, I've actually in the process of losing my voice, so I do apologise for that. So look, I'll start with a sort of personal story. When my partner was pregnant with our son, Tommy, now 3 years old, we went to the ultrasound technician and she said, the gender of your child is male. And I said, you mean the sex of my child is male? And she said, no, the gender of your child is male. And I said, no, the sex is male. She said, no, the gender. I said, no, the sex. She said, no, the gender. I said, no, the sex. At which point my partner is squeezing my hand, trying to keep the peace. But the point that I'm making is, it is absolutely crucial in these little day-to-day moments to make the point that biology matters. Now, I don't want to over-intellectualise things, but in the book Gulag Archipelago, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, and I always remember that by Alex and her Solzhenitsyn. Alexander Solzhenitsyn writes, so he explores the horrors of communism through the Gulag. But at the very end of the book, there's a very compelling moment where he reflects on the horrors of communism, and he places the blame squarely at the feet of the Russian people, who did not speak up when they had the chance. So right now, we are living through a critical moment in history where it is time to speak up, because if we don't, it will be too late. Now, the area that I want to explore is kind of where it all starts, which is trans kids. And I'll introduce that by way of saying that this is the T-shirt I've worn for you today, which reads, insert preferred virtue signal here. Because that kind of relates to what's happening. You've got, and I must say, quite a lot of the time you've got mothers who want to play the status game. And you've got a child who is just exploring. Say you've got a little boy, and he puts on a dress, as all children do. They just like to explore different roles. And when that little boy puts on a dress, what the mother does is say, do you like being a little girl? Do you like being a little girl? And all children are just honed to adult attention. So when that child sees more attention that he has seen in his entire life, and the question is, do you like being a little girl? What does the little boy do? Yes, I do, Mummy. And like that, you've got a trans kid. That's what is happening right now. And it is evil. And I tell you why. I've done a lot of research on this. I've written articles about this. Now, there's a doctor called Kenneth Zucker, Canadian doctor, who researched gender-confused kids in the 80s. Hundreds of gender-confused kids. And he determined that under what is called the watchful waiting approach, 89% of those kids turn out to be normal, happy, healthy, gay adults. The rest, the vast majority of the rest, overcome their feelings of gender confusion through puberty. So it's an important point to make. It's an important point to make that puberty is the solution to, not the cause of, trans anxiety. And the vast majority of the rest is vanishingly small. In fact, 0.0183% of these kids turn out to be gender dysphoric, and that is the historical and research percentage, 0.0183%. So what we've got here is a situation where gay children are being fixed under what would be called a heteronormative approach, right? So in many ways, this movement is homophobic. Yeah, yeah. Right, the reason, and we got here because of horrific stories of, like, Alan Turing. We would have seen The Imitation Game, who, a gay guy who basically single-handedly won us the war, ended up being chemically castrated and killed himself. And society has said, well, we must never try and we must never do this again. But now that's being applied to trans kids who are just going through a moment, and we will always have feminine boys, and we will always have masculine girls, and there is nothing wrong with that. I might end there.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is the only politician who's had their maiden speech to Parliament be banned online. So safe to say he knows a thing or two about censorship. New South Wales Libertarian Member of Parliament, please welcome John Rodic.
Thank you, Celine. So my name is John Rodic, and I identify as a Fijian female para-Olympian. And now you may not accept my self-identity, and that's okay. I just ask you to be civil towards me, and in exchange for that, I will say that I do not want to impose my identity on you. I don't want to make your life uncomfortable with my new declared identity. And that is what is happening with, look, libertarians accept that for thousands of years, a very small number of people have wanted to cross-dress and adopt the identity of the gender they may not have been born with. It's mentioned in the Book of Moses, 3,500 years ago, that some people do this. Very small number, but they do. And as a libertarian, we say, live and let live, okay? And let's accept that people are different. And now, a couple of qualifications on that. We feel very strongly about treating transgender people with respect and civility, but we do make a distinction between transgender people and transgender activists. Activists who want to weaponise the law and who want to encourage it. And what Sean was just saying, people who may not be this way naturally, but they want to encourage it. So we are alarmed about transgender activism weaponising the law. We are also, as libertarians, we believe that society has arrived at this rule that once you're over the age of 18, you are a full adult, you can make your own decisions, and we support that. But the other side of that coin is if you're under the age of 18, without the parents' knowledge of that, we are deeply horrified by it. Now, what is happening here in the New South Wales Parliament before Christmas is we've got this bill coming up, which is going to be able to say anyone can declare whatever gender they want, and they immediately get the rights of that gender. Just on the drop of a hat, there is no other evidence required. Now there are so many ramifications for this. We know it can't end well. Now, they got through the conversion practices ban bill earlier this year by 1 or 2 votes. So it's going to get through the lower house. Labor will come up with their own version, and it's going to be a real battle there in the upper house. But I believe it is a battle we can win. But I'll tell you one thing you should notice is the sponsors of this bill want as little publicity as possible. They don't want to alarm the public. The conversion practices bill went through in the dead of the night, and the Sydney Morning Herald didn't talk about it, the ABC didn't talk about it, even some of the more mainstream elements of the media, they didn't talk about it. And I suspect they'll do the same thing here. So it's up to people like us, to activists, to tell the public what's happening. Most people will be alarmed to think that you can just declare that you're another gender just off the drop of your hat. Now let's imagine it does get through. What do we then do? Well, we try and repeal it. Okay, well that will require more members of Parliament who are good on this issue. But I'll give you another mechanism on how we could repeal it, and this is something that the Libertarian Party stands for. You might have heard of, around in America and a few other countries, they have a thing called citizens-initiated referendums. Now that means if you get, say, 5% of the entire state to sign a petition saying, look, we'd like to have a people's vote on this to introduce a new law. Now, because libertarians don't really believe in, we don't want more laws, we believe in something very similar to that. We believe in citizens-initiated repeal. So if the Parliament passes a law and the people don't like it, and I believe 80 to 90% of people in New South Wales will not agree with this law, the citizens-initiated repeal would say, look, if we can get 5% of the population to sign a petition saying we want a people's vote, a plebiscite, a referendum, whatever you want to call it, on repealing an existing law, that is something that we do feel very strongly about. That will keep the politicians in check, not just on this bill, but on all laws. So citizens-initiated referendum is the way to go. But look, thank you so much for coming along. Thank you to the organisers, Celine, Aidan and the gentleman who spoke first. It does take courage to come along to an event like this. I'm convinced most people agree with us, but we need to alert the public. So thank you very much for being here, and hopefully we can share it on social media. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Just before we bring up our next speaker, I just have a statement that I got sent to me that was requested that I read out. It's from Karen, Ann and Paul, and they represent a group of concerned citizens. So here we go. So the increasing presence of self-identifying males in female-only spaces raise serious safety and privacy concerns, particularly where fetishistic behaviour is involved. Women, especially vulnerable women in places like domestic violence shelters, should not have to worry about whether individuals in those spaces are there due to genuine gender dysphoria or sexually motivated interests. The risk of predatory behaviour in these situations is very real, and the current self-identification laws, which allow anyone to access female spaces with minimal oversight, can be exploited by individuals with harmful intentions. Women are facing psychological coercion, where they are expected to validate and accept these individuals in intimate spaces, even when it conflicts with their sense of safety and dignity. This forced acceptance disregards women's rights to consent and leaves them feeling dehumanised. The legal system has failed to keep up with these concerns, leading to an ethical disconnect between the protection of transgender rights and the real-world impact on women. This is a pressing need for legal reform that tightens the criteria for access to female-only spaces, particularly in sensitive environments, while ensuring that women's boundaries and safety is respected. At the core, this issue reflects broader misogyny, with many women viewing the demand for access to female spaces as another form of male entitlement. Women make up more than half the population, and their need for safety, privacy and respect should not be compromised to accommodate the desires of a small group, even when these desires are potentially harmful. In conclusion, women's rights to privacy, safety and dignity in female-only spaces should be paramount. The government should enact legal reforms to protect these spaces for biological females while providing gender-neutral alternatives where appropriate. Gender identity must not be allowed to overwrite the biological reality of sex, especially in spaces designed to protect women's safety and autonomy. So thank you again to Karen, Ann and Paul for this statement. Next up, we've got a friend of mine. She's an absolute powerhouse, and she's going to tell you exactly why this New South Wales Equality Bill needs to be just absolutely dismantled. So please welcome Kat Carina.
Yep. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Katherine Anderson, and I stand here to advocate for equality for all. That's why I oppose the misleadingly named Equality Bill. While this bill claims to promote equality, in reality it creates a system where some people are more equal than others. This proposed Equality Bill fails to protect or enhance the rights of citizens of New South Wales, particularly children. It privileges a select few at the expense of the many. Instead of upholding our basic human rights, it undermines them. Far from reducing discrimination, this bill systematically increases the vulnerability of women and children to male violence and exploitation for commercial gain. Firstly, this bill proposes to shift our legal norms away from recognising biological sex, fundamental for ensuring fairness and safety, towards embracing subjective, unproven concepts of gender identity. There's a lot to say about that, but let me explain in straightforward terms what this bill introduces and its consequences in 10 simple points. 1. Self-identification and access to women's spaces. Any man can pay a fee, likely around $125 based on other states, and by selecting female on a change of birth certificate form, gain access to female-only spaces like girls' changing rooms, toilets, sports teams and hospital wards, etc. This opens the door to exploitation as sexual predators or opportunists can take advantage of male privileges to oppress, abuse and exploit women and children. If anyone challenges this, they risk being sued for significant damages. 2. Falsification of statistical data. By removing original sex markers, male and female, From birth certificates, we lose the integrity of vital statistical data that informs public policy and research. 3, undermining parental oversight. This bill removes parental oversight concerning the mental and physical care of their child. Ideologically captured, government-controlled organisations such as schools, mainstream media, and it's also reflected in social media, will be able to encourage vulnerable children to legalise an opposite sex identity, further pushing them down the harmful path of social and medical transitioning. This is state harm to children. This is state overreach. 4, impact on faith-based schools. This bill removes exemption provisions for faith-based schools, preventing them from upholding and teaching their beliefs. This aligns with organisations like the Australian Human Rights Commission, Equality Australia and ACON to impose the Yogyakarta Principles plus 10, which they had part in writing by the way, into all aspects of our society. These principles were rejected by the Federal Senate and UN member states, but are being pushed through by bureaucratic means, bypassing democracy and through law. Our society is poorer for homogenisation of our culture. 5, prostitution and increased violence. Full deregulation of prostitute has seen in countries just across the ditch, like New Zealand, has always led to higher homicide rates among prostitutes. Removing protections enables pimps to exert more control over prostituted persons, increasing their exploitation. 6, pay attention to this. Sex work as a protected attribute. By protecting sex work as a special category, the bill prioritises the interests of the sex industry over the safety and dignity of trafficked and exploited women. Is Greenwich protecting people or profits? This also allows sexual solicitation to occur outside of schools, churches, mosques, and other religious organisations. Now really listen closely to this. It also allows any to engage in public sex acts inside and outside schools, churches, hospitals, parks, and all public places, inside and out. Pause on that and consider that carefully, because most people are missing it because they just got buried amongst crap. 7. Sorry? I can't hear you.
Tilt the mic down. Just struggling to hear up there.
Okay. 7. Silencing survivors of domestic abuse. This bill makes it illegal to out someone as a domestic abuser if they identify with any of the 85 plus different gender identities, silencing women who have legitimate safety concerns for themselves and their children. 8. Compromising privacy in intimate searches. It would allow males who identify as women to search or be searched by women in intimate situations, including disabled, elderly, or hospitalized people, male and female. Female police officers would also be required to conduct intimate searches on males as suspects or prisoners who identify as women. 9. Reverse discrimination in employment. This bill creates special categories, special classes, based on gender identity in employment, promoting reverse discrimination and undermining merit-based hiring practices. 10. Surrogacy and human trafficking. Hold on, tick. The bill removes current bans on overseas commercial surrogacy, encouraging the commodification of vulnerable women as wombs for rent and children as commodities. It's actually illegal in Australian Commonwealth law, but this bill seeks to introduce it into state law, bypassing federal law. Commercial surrogacy is considered human trafficking by the European Union, yet this bill promotes it. Surrogacy has dangerous consequences such as permanent injuries or deaths of surrogate mothers, often poor women in countries like Georgia, Thailand, and India. It commodifies babies. And when unwanted children, such as girls, when boys are preferred, are identified in the womb, they are often aborted, regardless of the woman's feelings about that. Or if born with a defect, abandoned, like with a case of baby Gammy in Thailand, abandoned by an Australian couple. Multiple embryo implants, which is a typical process of the IVF process, often result in spare babies, who can then be trafficked, sold to wealthy parents, best case scenario, or worse, fall into the hands of pedophile rings, slavery, or organ removal industry. This gives you a broad picture of the bill. Please visit www.bill-breakdown.com to better understand it. I wrote it for MPs, but I've also tried to make it simple for general public. And see the rebuttals to Greenwich, Equality Australia, and Gender Centre and ACON. Understand this. By prioritising self-identification and subjective concepts of gender, this bill fails to consider the medical, societal, ethical, and practical implications. And though I've focused on the impact on women and children, this bill affects us all. Our human rights under international conventions include freedom of association, the right to associate with whom we please and not associate with others if we choose. This bill removes that. Freedom of speech, this bill constrains it. The right to safety, privacy, and dignity. This bill strips these rights from women, the elderly, the disabled, law enforcement officers, children, and same-sex attracted people. The right to fairness and safety in sports. This bill eradicates that. We have the right to equality for all, not privilege for a few at the expense of everyone else, especially women, children, and the LGBT community. Any legislative changes must preserve protections based on biological realities, uphold privacy and safety rights, and ensure that all citizens of New South Wales are represented and protected equally. We must stand for fairness and equality and push back against Greenwich and the gender lobby's efforts to reverse decades of progress in sex equality and sexual orientation. Push back against the erosion of our basic freedoms, fairness, dignity, privacy, and safety. Yes! We must defy the lie of calling privilege exploitation and harm. Equality, no. At Active Watchful Waiting, that's our group, our research shows that this bill reflects international financial and political interests rather than the needs and desires of the Australian people. All our rights matter. Women's, men's, children's, parents, law enforcement officers, LGBT and trans rights, all are human rights. And none of these should be compromised, privileged, or diminished by this bill. I urge you to take action now. Go to our parliamentary petition at www.tinyurl.com/ban-the-bill. Got posters over there and here. And sign it. And if you've already signed it, you are awesome. Now go and get 3 more people to sign it. Once we reach 20,000 verified signatures, this bill must be debated on the floor. Okay? And again, to learn more about the bill, please visit www.bill-breakdown.com. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much, Kat. All right. Oh, good. Alrighty. Next up, we've got a special interstate guest who I'm very excited about. He's an absolute legend. He's got quite the presence down in Victoria. He holds regular workshops and rallies weekly. He's also the creator of the organisation leaveourkidsalone.org. That's kids with a Z. Please welcome Craig Cole.
Probably won't need that. The foghorn voice works well, but
Thanks very much, Celine, for putting this on, and the crew. Give them another round of applause, guys. Because it does take courage to put these things on. Because as we know, the radical far left, the woke cheer squad, try to shut everything down out of fear and control. We know they do this. So the more they try and shut us down, the more we're going to organise. So a bit about my background, and I know you guys, what I'm going to mention here today, I know you guys know a lot of this. But hopefully there's a lot of people watching the live streams that are going on, and the information I give you here today can help grow your knowledge, so then you're more confident when you're having these conversations out in the community, to try and get people who are aware of the situation to then start taking action. Before I leave you here today, I'll finish off on what you can be doing to take action. Now, for the last 18 years, I've worked in the community, helping youth, one-on-one mentoring and running life skills programs. I've worked in the education system for 15 years in Victoria, 10 of those years on an education department contract. I know how broken and disgusting the system is in Victoria, and I hazard a guess that it's the same nationwide. And we've had enough. Now, a few examples of what's been happening in Victoria the last few years. And I could stand here till next Sunday rattling them off. We have, but I won't for obvious reasons, but we have in the school system. Now, Bernie Finn, Victorian parliamentarian, got up in Victorian Parliament and spoke about this issue 2 years ago, of a homework sheet that 10-year-olds, that's 10-year-old girls, were asked to go home and ask their fathers about their erections and their ejaculations. 10-year-old girls. Grade prep students at a school out in the Far East. Bugger it. Emerald Primary School. Sue me. I don't give a damn. I don't care anymore. The gloves are off. I got nothing anyway. Convent took care of that, like the rest of us. Emerald Primary School showed a group of grade prep students, grade prep, under a banner called Feeling Safe Together and Diversity and Inclusion, which we know is a lie, which we know is a Trojan horse, showed pictures of genitalia to grade prep students and asked to name them. At one of the rallies we had down in Melbourne, a father came up to me and said afterwards, Craig, my 8-year-old daughter, come home and said, Dad, I can't look at you the same anymore, because today at school they taught us that when you go to sleep, your penis gets hard and wet stuff comes out. To 8-year-old girls. And I could go on and on and on. You've heard about the situation in Renmark High School, where 14-year-old girls, and these are not isolated incidents. Please be crystal clear on this. They are not isolated incidents, where Headspace, a grooming organisation that are part of the woke, progressive, far left, far radical left agenda, who have activist facilitators working for them. A couple of these activist facilitators had a group of 14-year-old girls teaching them about the LGBTQ plus and what each letter stood for. And when they got to the plus, they said that included bestiality and incest. And they were described in detail. This is what's happening in the school system. You have activist teachers grooming your children. Now, if you say that's a bit of a stretch, it's not. Research the Institute of Public Affairs, the IPA. They've got full reports on this activism in schools. And the situation's worse, getting worse. I know, I've seen it myself. I've overheard it myself in the school system. They did the same thing with climate change. Confusing and putting fear into these young children's minds. You know, even recently, you may have heard the old libraries. Now, they're not just, they're increasing their attack. It's not just about the schools now. They're taking it out in the community, where in libraries in Victoria, they've all been issued with these rainbow toolkits, whereby now any young child that enters a library will be asked what their preferred pronouns are. Further indoctrination, further grooming. And believe me, libraries are full of these activist teachers that think it's okay to enforce their ideology onto your children. Because that's what's happening. They think they have a right to do so. They think that it is their belief. You take on my ideology, or you're a bigot and you're a homophobe. And that's what they're using. Well, we've had enough, haven't we? There's, if you go onto the Victorian Government website, they openly flaunt it now. There's a site called the Rainbow Ready Roadmap, where they're going to roll out this indoctrination, and you can clearly see their strategy. It's lined, resources. Roll out this strategy to rural children in Victoria now. So you can bet the same thing will happen here in New South Wales as well too. All these links that I'm stating here today, they're off a few websites, and I'll get to those in a minute. We have now, in this country, depression and anxiety rates in children at an all-time high. And a big part of that reason is because of the indoctrination and the propaganda into this radicalised gender theory these children are taught. Make no mistake, they are trying to force adult content, adult ideologies into young children's impressionable minds. And we heard the gentleman speak before, how easily it's done. Because you're getting activist grooming teachers. If a child, a male child, wants to do some things that are considered what a young girl would do, they're automatically groomed and say, oh, you want to be a girl, do you? Now that sounds fanciful, but that is what is happening. And these woke activist teachers and principals, believe me, they will look to your face, smile, and lie straight to you. They will. Do not believe a word they say. Even the so-called conservative teachers who are too scared to speak up, they will lie to you as well too, to try and save their own backs. And this is where we're living. I mean, all this is clear and blatant child abuse, as we know. Please, as I finish up, a few more, just bear with me. Have a look at websites called leaveourkidsalone.org, kids with a Z. Have a look at websites called indefenseofchildren.org, aww.org.au. Another one, guardiansaustralia.com.au. There's 4 you can look at for now. It's got a whole host of information on there, what you can do. So arm yourself with knowledge so that then you can have that confidence and courage to have those conversations out in the community and not be shut down with the default response from the radical far left of, oh, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, oh, that's just a sign of the times now. Says who? A very small percentage of the population. Have a look at the Australian Bureau of Statistics figures on the percentage of the population that identifies as LGBTQ+. Very small. We are the majority, and we are about to get really loud and vocal on this and throw it right back in their faces, because we are not accepting this for 1 minute longer.
Well said, Craig. Well said, brother.
There's if you go onto the Leave Our Kids Alone website, also the In Defence of Children, what you can do as parents, send an email off to the school quoting Article 18, Section 4 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but the end of it says that your children's education must be in conformity with your religious and moral convictions. It's in black and white. So when the woke activist teachers teach this stuff, they are against your wishes, they are in breach of the ICCPR. The ICCPR has been scheduled and codified into the Australian Human Rights Commission Act 1986, a federal act. So that means if they are in breach of the ICCPR, they are in breach of federal legislation. Let's start throwing that at them and start to make them real nervous. Also, throw at them a term called vicarious liability, whereby if you teach my child anything, any content that they suffer mental health issues from down the track, I'm holding you, teacher, personally liable, and teachers can be personally, civilly litigated against. So let's start throwing that back at them as well too, and their smug attitudes. Go to your local school council meetings. Demand to see the full content. Demand that this is not, you are not as parents accepting this radicalised gender theory to be taught in schools. And let's call it for what it is. Let's start naming it a radicalised gender theory, because that's what it is. Because any theory that leads to children mutilating their bodies is a radicalised theory. Let's not pull any punches about this. Demand your lesson plans. Don't accept all the contents on the website. That's not good enough. You as a teacher, according to state legislation, must supply me with the full content of what you are teaching my child. Now, every teacher needs to have their lesson plans fully submitted before the start of each term. I know that for a fact, and if they're not doing that, they're being negligent in their job. So ask for those. Also, speak to other parents. Form little groups. Form little action groups. There's flyers that can be printed out. There's some flyers over there. Come and take those. We've got a flyer off the Leave Our Kids Alone website. You can download that as well too. I think In Defence of Children has a flyer you can download as well too. Take those to school drop-offs. Start handing them out. Start having conversations. Don't be afraid of being called a bigot, a homophobe. I'd rather be called a bigot and a homophobe than grooming young, innocent children with your sick, twisted ideologies. And if you think, before I finish up, and thanks for your patience, if you think you don't have children at school and this doesn't affect you, it does. Millions and millions of dollars are spent on education around the country. That's your taxes. So even though you may not have children at school anymore, or they're homeschooled, or you've pulled them out, your taxes are funding radicalised gender theory being taught in school. Sit on that and process that for a while. Are you happy about that? I know you're not, but we've got to get really, not angry, but really stern and focused on this issue. And to finish up, this is no longer about diversity, inclusion and acceptance. This is about demands, intimidation, indoctrination and propaganda. You must use my pronouns, otherwise you're a bigot. You must let me teach your children radicalised gender theory, otherwise you're a bigot. You must let me sexually indoctrinate your child, otherwise you're a bigot. You must not misgender me, otherwise I'll take steps so you can lose your job. This is not about live and let live anymore. This is about live and let us rule. The us being the woke, radical, far left, who are cowards, mind you. So if we keep putting pressure on them, they will crumble. Because the majority have had enough. Stop grooming our children. You do you. If you want to jump around on a pogo stick and identify as a jumping tree, more power to you. Stop indoctrinating our children with this. You do you, we'll do us, because we are the majority and we have had enough. Stop grooming our children. Stop demanding we accept your radical ideologies. and get the hell out of our school system. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Craig. That was fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just wanted to point out that not all trans people are against what we're here for today. I'd like to thank Dana for turning up and risking. It's a bit of a risk to turn up. You don't know who is going to be here. But thank you very much for turning up. My grandfather was a transvestite, and he used to dress up and play the piano and sing to the Sydney Push. This was Barry Humphries, Germaine Greer, all of that mob. And he would be horrified to see what's going on. He got paid for it, right? He got paid to sing and play the piano, dressed up as a woman. And he would be absolutely horrified to see what's going on. I was an ex-teacher. Oh, I am an ex-teacher. But I also taught at the University of New South Wales. And if you think this is restricted to primary schools and high schools, it's not. The university's full of it. Full of it. I taught in the School of Medical Sciences, and the amount of medical students who were identifying as medical students, that's what they were, they paid their medicine fees, but they believed in radical trans ideology. So how can you do that and then be trusted as a doctor? I'm not sure. Anyway, to wind up, I'd like to introduce Celine again. There'll be some time for some questions and some answers. Put your hands together for Celine Against the Machine.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you. So it occurred to me recently that I've never explained my handle publicly before, why my name is Celine Against the Machine. Obviously, it's a play on words and it rhymes. Rage Against the Machine aren't my favourite band. And I do find it quite ironic how many punk bands have fallen to the establishment these days. Apparently it's now punk to say and do everything that the government tells you, so we saw that coming. But yeah, that's one. Okay, yeah. But as for the machine that I'm up against, in order to tell you that, I'm going to tell you who I'm here for. So I'm here for the women before me who fought so very hard for our rights. The rights we are seeing being stripped away from our very eyes. The right to same-sex spaces, the right to same-sex care for elderly or disabled women in a hospital or nursing home, the right to play sport against other women. I'm here for the women that have been fighting this bullshit for years, who saw through it since day one. I'm sorry I couldn't join you sooner, but I'm here now. I'm here for the men who stand by us in this fight, like you lovely gentlemen here today. The men who know this is wrong, and instead of just laughing at it, they're willing to stand up and protect women and children. I'm here for the good men. I'm here for the lesbians who can't even meet in public or private anymore, who've had their dating apps taken over by pigs in wigs. Pigs in wigs, yes, pigs in wigs. Women have the right to be in a same-sex relationship without being called a bigot for not accepting girl dick. It's insane. Also, quick shout out to Carol Ann and the Lesbian Action Group down in Melbourne who are fighting the Human Rights Commission at the moment for the right to exclude men from a lesbian space. It's nuts, it's nuts. Men can never, ever be lesbians. I'm here for the gay men. That's the homosexuals, not the queers. The gay men that are fed up with the perversion that we're seeing at Pride, the ones that are being used as a shield by fetishists and sadomasochists to further this sick, twisted agenda that has nothing to do with the original LGBT movements. I'm here for the bisexuals, the true bisexuals who understand to their very core that there's only two sexes. It's in the name. I'm here for the bisexuals that are being erased in the favour of the much more accepting pansexual, which to me just sounds like an affiliation for cookery. I'm here for the young girls, the quirky girls, the girls who felt like they'll never fit in, the girls just like me, the girls that spend hours of their day scrolling through Tumblr or TikTok, romanticising feelings of dread and hopelessness as a coping mechanism, the girls who self-harm, the girls that self-exclude, the girls who hate their bodies and want nothing more than to leave them, the tomboys, the masculine girls that are being made to feel like they're boys, the girls whose minds and bodies we are destroying in the name of this ideology. I'm here for the young boys who are told day in and day out that their very existence is toxic and that everything that they inherently feel is horrible and rotten. The boys who don't fit in with their peers, the boys who don't fit the mold. The boys who are exposed to violent pornography at such a young age that it rots their brains, leaving them incapable of navigating a real relationship. The feminine boys that are being made to feel like they're girls. The boys whose minds and bodies we are destroying in the name of this ideology. I'm here for the trans widows, the women who watch their decades-long marriages crumble at the hands of a paraphilia. The women who watch their husbands try on their clothes, their makeup, their underwear. The women who are shamed for not wanting to be in a lesbian relationship, to live inside a fetish because the man that they love so dearly has gone and become a carbon copy of herself. The women who are silenced while those men are put on a pedestal, celebrated. How stunning and brave to destroy your family. I'm here for the children. I'm here for the children being forced to call their dad's mum and their mum's dad. The children that are being used as pawns in an adult delusion. I'm here for the transhausen children. You know the ones. These are the children whose parents decide when they're infants, babies, that they're born in the wrong body. The Jazz Jennings of the world. The children that are being lied to every single day by their parents, the adults that they trust the most, the ones who don't have a choice, the ones who are stuck. On the flip side of that, I'm here for the ROGD parents, the parents who have lost their children to the gender cult, the parents who have had their children placed into state custody, all because they refuse to affirm their child's gender identity, the parents who are grieving, the parents who feel like they'll be ostracised from their community for believing that their children are perfect just the way they are, the parents who choose the truth, the parents who stand up, and the parents who fight for their children. I'm here for the brave Australian women who are being taken to courts and tribunals and human rights commissions, putting their lives on hold for daring to speak about the barbaric practices going on and the impacts that it's having on women and children, for daring to question this new reality. I'm here for Jasmine Sussex. I'm here for Louise Elliott. I'm here for Moira Deeming. I'm here for Angie Jones. I'm here for Kira Lee Smith. I'm here for Gillian Spencer. And I'm here for Sal Grover. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. I'm sure there's probably other cases. For you see, gender ideology has no boundaries, as it seeks to destroy the boundaries that hold our society together. It doesn't care who it hurts in the process. As long as the message of love and acceptance is constantly shoved down our throats, it can get away with unspeakable atrocities. It is a new breed of religion, one that we've never seen before. One without a messiah, but with a doctrine just as polarising. The WPATH standards of care is one of the most medically negligent ideological models I've ever read in my life. And I say that as a former nurse. And even after all the proof has come out about how fucked up these physicians are and the experimental procedures they are performing on minors and vulnerable adults, nothing has changed in this country. We are still plundering headfirst into this Marxist hellscape where up is down and down is up and 2 + 2 = 5, and biological reality ceases to exist. The Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne still cites WPATH as a reputable source, which all of our gender clinics follow. And don't even get me started on ACON and the ties that they have in this country. I am living for the day I see ACON be shut down. The people pushing this ideology are cogs in a machine that's been working overtime to infiltrate our society, corrupt the minds of children, and to destroy our humanity. We have a long way to go in this country, but I have faith in Australia, I have faith in its people, and I have faith in our future. So I'm Celine, and I'm against that machine. You seem very stable. You seem very stable, sir. You seem okay. I'm positive that the... Oi!
Stay out.
There's always one, isn't there? Fuck me. There's always one.
We're going to have a Q&A session now, if anyone's got any questions or...
I was going to see if... Oh. Ed, did you want to say a few words before we all get back? Or... Yeah? Yeah. Thank you so much. Sam. Sorry, I just got to get my I was like, I was still getting 200. Sorry about that.
Once a jolly swagman camped upon a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree. Come on, my freedom fighters, just stand around and let him go, let him run away. That's it. Let him go. He's not worth it. He's not worth the energy. This is where the energy is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get together. You know, there's a lot of broken souls out there. There's a lot of broken souls. And we've allowed it, sadly. Our bureaucrats. But we can fix it. I have no doubt we can fix it. And there's going to be a lot of healing because there's been a lot of pain that's been spilt. So if he wants to join us, he can. We just love him for who he is. You know, he's hurting like all of us. He might even have something to say, if it's constructive. Yeah. But here we have, what's your name? And we have Denise, who'd like to share a few words.
I'm a member of the Women's Rights Network Australia, and if I say anything or admit anything I shouldn't, you can just tell me. It won't be very long. But of course, we put in a submission to oppose the Equality Bill, which was quite comprehensive, and I'm very thankful to speak for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm trying to go home. We're trying to walk away.
You committed a violent offence. No, Craig, I'm not. Come. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. Leave it. Don't touch me. These people need to be charged.
Hey! Australia's funniest home videos. I want $200.
I'm not letting this go. I'm not letting this go.
Oh, for goodness sake, grow up.
You need to be charged. You committed a violent assault. You kicked me on the ground. You grabbed my phone. You need to be charged, and I won't be.
When you shoved a phone into my mum's face,
I did not. She walked towards me.
Go away, please.
No, you need to be charged.
I asked you to stop filming.
No, I will not.
It is my right. Also, I do not consent for any of this to be recorded.
I don't care. You committed a violent assault. You need to be charged.
So you don't care about
I will follow you until police
or
attend.
to consent to record film.
I will follow you until police attend.
Sure. All right. Let's get him to St. Vincent's eBay and then we'll get him in the fucking ICU, shall we?
You committed a violent assault. You kicked me on the ground.
For goodness
you need to be
sake.
charged.
You are also committing a crime right now.
Great, then come and charge me. Call the police.
Because this is harassment.
Call the police.
I will not.
I'm harassing you.
Because
Call
you know
the police.
What? I'm a better person than you.
Fantastic.
And
Let's go to a police
the
station and
personality
charge
you've got
me.
You've clearly got no dick.
Excellent. Charge me with that. At a police station. Let's deal with these crimes.
You're not worth the fucking breath, mate.
Deal with this at a police station. You grabbed my phone. You threw me to the ground.
Well, what about the fella just tried to strangle
Doesn't matter.
I was just held in a sleeper hold and you know...
Doesn't matter.
Because you believe in selective facts.
I bet that lobby's deleted, won't it?
It's a live stream, love. It's gonna
Yeah,
live.
you know what? Live stream it. Hello, hi there. Whoever you're following, you've got no fucking brain cells. Get a life.
I'm not letting this go.
If this pathetic excuse of a human is someone you deem as worthy of an opinion, then you know what? The gene pool needs some chlorine and let's fucking wash this cunt out of it.
I'm not letting this go.
Okay.
You can't kick people.
You can't assault 70-year-old women.
It
Like
wasn't-
you did.
Nope, it wasn't an
and
assault.
He stopped it as soon as I brought that up. So.
It's room.
We'll walk him to Surrey Hills Police Station.
Please, please, please do. Please do.
Don't say it.
No, we're gonna get a
Please do. You committed a violent assault. No, you need to.
Well, that's why people like this do that. Excuse me, taxi.
T5311.
Excuse me, mate.
Mate, this guy just kicked me, and the police need to be called. The police need to be called. This man just kicked me. He needs to be called to the police. T5311.
He tried to assault my mother.
That's not true. We're waiting for the police. The police have been called. We're waiting for this man to be arrested by the police. T5311.
Okay.
What's
take
your
my
name?
mum, I will look after myself.
T5311.
Don't involve me in these
I'm
things.
not involving you. We're
I'm
just trying to get
working.
away from this
I'm
harassing.
working.
He's harassing.
T5311.
Look, you're going to get hurt, so can you move?
Corner
please?
of Park and
Come
College
on,
Street.
close the
T5311.
Close the door, please.
T5311. What's your name, mate?
Don't get him involved.
Yes, don't get him
He doesn't
involved.
want to be
We're waiting for the police to arrive.
No, you're
Don't
not.
get him involved.
You're a fucking joke, mate.
T5311, corner of
All I'm
Park
trying to do is get my mother
and
to
College
safety
Street.
because you tried to assault her a number of times.
at a rally
Close
here.
the door.
Excuse me, guys.
Threw me to the ground.
Why do you want me to involve?
Kicked me.
No,
Kicked
we're
me
trying to
while I was
escape this
carrying
because
on
he's
the
been following
ground.
us for hours and we're scared.
I'm not going to let this
He's
go.
attacked my mother. I've been held in a
T5311.
stranglehold.
Okay, you
They
can-
are
Right here.
insane people.
Excuse me, Mike.
It's not true. This man here, we're waiting for the police to arrive.
They are actually
What a day.
insane.
What a day. We need to go to a police station.
Notice why your
You
protest
need to
wasn't
go to a
protected
police
by the
station.
Okay, we'll
police
see you at Surrey
because you are
Hills.
fucking. We'll see you at
We'll
Surrey
see you
Hills
at
Police
Surrey
Station.
Hills.
I'm getting
Great.
my mum home.
You're
because
inviting
she's
me
got
into the car?
No, we are not inviting you
Then
into
don't
the car.
involve him.
We will-
Wait
my
for the
mother
police to
has.
arrive.
My mother has
Wait for the
arthritis.
police to
I'm
arrive.
getting my mum to safety. I will meet you
Great,
at Surrey
then leave
Hills.
her. Come to me with the police station.
Tell the police.
Come
I
with me
have-
to the police
I have an
station.
apartment.
Tell the police.
Come to me with the police station. Don't involve other people.
No.
Don't involve your mother in this. Don't involve your mother in
You
this.
up today? Excuse
Come with
me.
me to the police station.
Robert.
Come with me to the police station. You kicked me on the ground.
Please just leave.
You threw me to the ground.
Station.
You attacked people.
Close the door.
Don't.
For fuck's sake, get
Don't
out.
involve her. Don't
Yeah,
involve her, dude.
you involved
need
her
to involve.
by attacking her.
You committed a crime
You
here.
involved her by attacking her in the first.
You committed a
instance.
crime here. You need to answer for it at a police station.
Yeah, I'm taking my mum home. I will meet you at Surrey Hills
5311.
Police Station.
Are you inviting me into the car?
No, I am
Then
not
get out of the
inviting
car
you into
and
the car
let's
because
address
I'm not
it with the
paying for your
police.
driving.
We'll
Please
see you
drive
at
us
Surrey Hills. Get out.
Address it at a police station.
Can you please go out?
No.
T5311.
I will get out.
College and
Please
Park
take my.
Street.
We're scared for our fucking lives. I
Mate,
was held in a
you threw me to the
chokehold.
ground.
I was held in a chokehold by your insane.
Then hold him to account, not me.
Well, you get. You go.
You
and-
attacked my mother. I saw
No,
you
I
go
did
at
not.
her face.
I
with
have
your
video
phone.
of it. She grabbed my phone. She walked straight towards me. I was
Can you
walking
close
backwards.
the door because this
Sure, mate.
gentleman's got
Get
a
out of the
job
car.
to do.
I know my
You
mother.
committed a
She's
violent
also
assault.
70
You need
years
to be
old
charged.
and
I'm
arthritic.
at
I
work,
will not
so
let
I'm
this
wasting-
go.
You are
Yeah.
wasting my
Listen,
time.
this
I will
gentleman's
not
got
be
a
let-
job to do.
I will not be letting this go. Don't involve
You
the
are
driver.
obstructing this man's in.
You are. You're obstructing this man's job.
You are
Go to the
fucking
police.
insane.
I'm not letting this go. You cannot grab people
man-
You
and
do
throw
not
them
even
to the ground.
acknowledge how insane you're being. I've
You
told
cannot
you. I'm
throw
getting my
people
mum
around.
to. I'm getting my mum to safety.
get out of the
because
car.
I have my apartment keys. I have to let her
Then
in.
get out of
because
the
I have a
car
security code.
and go to the police. Don't attack people if you want to keep her safe.
Listen, this gentleman's got a job to do, and you're
You
stopping
need
him
to be
from doing
charged.
it.
There's actually no brain cells in
You
there, is
need
there?
to be charged.
I have a script. I'm going to repeat the same words because
Because
someone
I'm
in my
not
movement
violent.
has told me how to say things.
I don't grab people and throw them to the ground.
Can you go out because I have to
No.
go
Take
for
us to
work.
Surrey Hills Police Station, please.
He's in
T5311,
the-
corner of
Move
College
out the
and
way.
Park.
Move out the way.
I'm not letting this
Get
go.
yourself to Surrey Hills Police Station. We will meet you there.
I will
We
not
are not
be
paying for
letting
your
a
transit.
violent
Can you
criminal
get away?
go.
We're going to
You
Surrey
need
Hills
to be
Police
charged.
Station. Can you get
You
her
will
out?
be
You're a
charged.
member of an
I am not
abusive,
letting this go.
homophobic,
Can you go out?
xenophobic
No,
group.
I'm
You
sorry.
will be
Who
charged.
made
You
a
cannot.
xenophobic, hate-filled, abusive statement out there.
You cannot grab people and hurt them and walk away with no charges.
You cannot grab people, push a phone in their face, and hurt pensioners with no charges.
I hope you have video
You
evidence
also
of that.
cannot
Is the
video
police
someone.
Because I live stream
Is the
all of
police
this.
coming
Go
or
for
not?
it.
Yes.
So this harassment is also filmed?
Then go to the police with it. Let's go to the police.
Ongoing harassment is also filmed?
Listen,
You
sorry,
need-
I'm not standing here for everyone's golfing.
No.
If the police come, they'll go to the police station.
Yeah.
I'm not standing
Okay.
here with all these morons.
Yeah.
Don't
Alright.
involve this man.
Yeah, I don't
We're
want to
not
involve
involving-
this.
You're
I don't want to
stopping-
involve my mother either. I'm
You're
not leaving
stop-
her because your group.
Then
are
why
gonna
did
say
you
so
do
we'll
what
cover-
you did?
well,
Why
you've
did you
already-
grab me and throw me to the ground?
Because I saw your phone in the face of my mother.
I
As
asked
a
you to-
reaction,
I asked
As
you
I
to
was
put the
walking
phone
backwards.
down.
I did not
I
see
asked
that.
you to put the phone down.
In the reaction of the moment, I was under the impression that you would attack my mother, and I went to her defense.
I'm at work. I'm
I know.
losing my money.
If you would
me.
get out of my face, like, look, mate,
We'll see you at Surrey Hills
I understand
Police
we have
Station.
difference of opinions.
We'll see you at Surrey Hills Police Station. Excuse me?
Mate, I understand.
This man's trying to make a living for his life. Have you got no consideration?
You were saying?
Yeah, look, okay,
Sorry, you were saying?
I was in a heightened state because of the homophobic slurs that were being said by your group.
No, sorry, didn't you say I attacked her?
Yeah, and I wasn't looking at that time. I saw her.
No,
lash
I
out
attacked her. Stand by it, you were saying?
Yeah, I saw the retaliation from my mother after you'd been in her face.
But didn't you said I attacked her?
I saw you in her face and then her lashing out to keep you away. She said, turn the phone off.
Yeah, I attacked her. No. That's what you said.
Okay, land on that one line because you have no view of context. That's exactly how anti-vaxxers work. You pick a single specific statement.
I did
and
this
then
to
land
myself.
on it.
Yeah, I did this to myself.
Listen, this gentleman wants to make a living for his life. Can you please move?
I did this to myself.
We'll see you at
You're
Surrey
not
Hills.
getting away with a violent crime like
All
this.
right, well, we'll see you at Surrey Hills Police
Are you
Station.
inviting me into the car?
We'll see you.
Are
at
you
Surrey-
inviting me into
No,
the car?
because I am not
I
paying
will
for
not
your
let
transit.
a violent
You
criminal
leech on
go.
society.
I will
Get
not
yourself
let
to Surrey Hills
a
Police
violent
Station.
criminal go.
Look,
I will not be
have
letting you go.
If this poor man is not...
Take my mother. Take my mum. Take my mum.
Robert.
I will wait. I will wait with you. I will wait with you. I will sit and wait. Because I want my mum to be safe. I care about my mum's safety more than anything.
Okay.
Mum, no, Mum.
No,
Let
no.
him take you home. This man would rather harass a 70-year-old.
I did this to myself.
I'm just over morons. Can we just fucking throw some bleach into the gene pool and get rid of them? Fucking hell. Why do we have to pander to this fucking insanity? Yeah, because stupid people group together because they've got no action.
Hey, film this. I did this to myself.
Drones in a hive. So
Look,
too
can you see it?
are the anti-vaxxers.
I did this to myself. I'm the attacker. Look how I'm attacking him.
And we both have anxiety.
You see how I'm
We both
attacking him?
probably have ADHD. And this guy is willing to attack someone who's...
Oh, I just got grounded this way. I wasn't expecting anything spicy today.
There'll be quite a bit of footage of it all.
And who's been violently assaulted by his ex-criminal mate because he has facial prison tattoos. So he aligns himself with prisoners and convicts and violent
I attacked her,
criminals,
is the claim.
but he's
I'm the
so
attacker.
Bag is swinging at you, yeah.
No. But I'm not, I'm the attacker
I'm sorry.
for whatever.
I am very sorry.
Yeah.
See how I'm attacking her? That's the claim. I'm attacking her.
I'm just over.
Oh, yeah.
Let me fucking...
Yeah.
I wish my suicide attempt, if I have to live on a planet with this, I wish my suicide attempt this year had been successful. These people
Nothing's quite like what
had
I'm
any
doing.
sort of say in our society.
Worked
Because
out.
they
It's
are
not really.
scum.
There's a police over there.
Can you grab him? Can you grab him?
No. Why are you filming him though? It's only working him up further. That's not very kind.
And now, immediately, he's not
Yeah,
free.
he's the victim. He's the victim.
Hey, are you right, Chris? I can go
No,
talk
I'm
to
not.
him if you... No, I'll go
But
and
he's
talk to him if you want to...
upset.
Or would you
He's
like
not
to...
being really kind,
If you're
though.
concerned, would you like to go to the police and ask them to come over?
should.
Because that's what I think needs to happen.
Why don't you?
Because I want to say
talking
that
to
in
you.
case there's any more...
I feel sorry for him.
He's the victim, yeah?
What are you talking about?
He's the victim.
Disgusting
He's really the
scum
victim.
of society to ever abuse
Isn't
it.
it?
I don't know what you're talking
Care
about.
about health. They don't care
You
about
can't see
fashion.
him
They
over
just
me
create
there.
Their own story.
Can't see
You've got a
him.
big smile on your face.
Smart. You see that as a smile, do you?
Oh, looks like it.
Yeah. That's it.
Why that protest
Yeah,
wasn't
I really enjoy
justified.
getting thrown to the ground. You
Because
can,
no
you can
one
see how he's the victim here.
The police don't support their cause, and no one wants to support their cause. So they couldn't register it.
I can't see what you're talking about. I heard there was a big altercation over there.
You can't see it?
I can't see here, no, what you're talking
To the
about.
police station if you'd like to join us.
There's a police car right there.
Sorry,
Right there. You can see the police car right there. You can just go to the police car right there. He's right there. See the flashing lights right there? Can't see those flashing lights?
That's a bus, mate.
Yeah.
Teach you that when you get educated.
Oh, guys. Can't see it. We can't see it. We can't see it. She can't see it. James, she can't see it. She couldn't see it when it wasn't put in video in front of her own eyes.
The lady back there.
She can't see it. Why was Craig trying to get me to go home and shit? Why was he telling me to leave? Craig Cole, everyone else. One of the speakers wanted me to leave. Why? This man, I was on the ground. I was carrying my head. I took a kick to my arm.
Oh, yeah, sorry, at the end.
Why?
That's where they started.
That may or may not occur. But why was everyone not intervening?
Well, I think there was the intervention in the end. The one guy, well, you saw.
Jumped on him.
Yeah.
But why? Why is everyone else saying, no, just leave him, let him go? This man attacked me. This man hurt me. It's putting aside the... Do not disturb.
Are you going to walk all the way to Surrey Hills Police Station too?
This man cannot and will not escape what should be justice for a violent crime.
All right. Well, I'll come along all the way to Surrey Hills to make sure everything's okay. Because I'm more concerned with your your safety.
That is, thank you. One of only an entire group.
Yeah.
None others. Thank you, mate.
There was a couple following, but they just dropped off as they went.
Dropped off.
But I could see he's a very agitated. The fellow's very agitated, so.
And he's less attractive.
Why would they just let this go?
Doing this because he's never had an ounce of power in his own life. So by doing this, he feels like he's got power over someone. Probably daddy never loved him.
All of the strong words of those speeches about whatever issues they're talking about, and a man comes and attacks me, not with words, tries to grab my phone, pushes me to the ground, kicks me while I'm down carrying my head. I don't know if I've got any of that.
I think I've got it all, so we'll see. Digital printer, we'll see.
But why would, for all their strong words, hold on. For all their strong words,
The rest of the protesters.
yeah. Oh, well, what? More importantly, try and hold me back and say that I shouldn't go anywhere.
I don't know. I'm sure they were probably just trying to, keep everything calm, but.
It wasn't calm.
Yeah,
I'm on the
just
ground
saying
getting kicked.
I'm just saying that's probably their thoughts.
Calm is gone.
Yeah.
Calm was gone when he walked up to me and started throwing signs around. That's not calm.
Yeah.
I don't know if that should be chargeable as violent crime, but that's not my, whatever.
Yeah.
But all of the big chest-beating speeches, a guy comes yelling, throws sign, tries to grab my phone, throws me to the ground, kicks me while I'm down carrying, and then they say, oh no, just let him go.
But I think you'll see from the footage later. Wait, wrong way. Sorry.
No, it's green. It's green.
Oh, these two boys are following.
Yeah, they are.
Who are they? Or what are they?
I wonder if with no SIM card in this phone.
Well, I'm up to 20 minutes now, so we got.
I wonder if with no SIM card in this phone, I'll make another call because someone else made some 000 calls and I'll make some. Yeah, okay. No SIM card in this phone, I can still call 000.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Police. New South Wales, Sydney. Sydney City.
You're a captive audience. You've got Tom.
Say again? 04. Corner, 38 College Street. Violent attacked. I was grabbed, thrown to the ground, kicked. 38 College Street. Grabbed.
What suburb?
Sydney City.
In Sydney.
Corner of College, Oxford and Liverpool Street.
To the corner of College and
Yes.
Hey, like I said, we have a conversation.
No way, no conversation. He wants a conversation. I'm not having a conversation. Yes.
All I want is to try is try.
Yes, I can see them.
You're not going to have a sensible conversation.
Yes, I'm still here.
What's the point of arguing?
How many people?
The assailant was one person that attacked me.
Hearing them slander anyone the way they did.
Police, New South Wales, Sydney City. Oxford, Liverpool, College Street corner. One man attacked me, yelling about sexuality, gay, trans rights. It was a trans women's rights rally. Corner of Oxford, Liverpool, College, Sydney City. Grabbed my phone, pushed me to the ground, kicked me. Oxford, Liverpool, College corner. Sydney City, corner of Hyde Park, City. Right on the corner, yes, right on the corner. College, Liverpool, Oxford, Sydney City, Hyde Park. At that location. Across the road from him. No, I require police for a man who grabbed me and attacked me. He grabbed me, threw me to the ground. I cowered, covered my head, and he kicked my arm.
Are there any weapons involved? Do you have any weapons?
I don't know.
Did you see any weapons?
Maybe, there could be. There is a bag.
Yes or no question. That's not a maybe question. It's a yes or no question.
He did pick the
weapon.
No, I did.
What's your name? Who
My name is Chris.
Chris who?
Chris DeGriner.
Spell your last name for me.
Debruine, white male, 5'10", wearing a red shirt.
D-E-U-R.
Debruyne.
D-E-U-R-B-N-Y-E.
Yes.
What's your phone number there, Chris?
Do you need any other information to make this call? He's walking south now on Wentworth Avenue from the corner of where we were. Red shirt, grey pants, grey joggers, bald, beard, 5'10", 5'11", 80, 90, 95 kilograms, muscular build, bald head. Caucasian, white, yes. Correct. Towards the rail line. We won't be there. He's moving. I see he's moving down Wentworth.
I'll grab everybody.
Goldman, I guess we'll take down by the rail line of Wentworth Avenue. Yeah.
200 metres from the police station.
Thank you. I don't know the suburb. I'm Sydney City. Surrey Hills.
So Wentworth Avenue, Goldman Street, Surrey Hills. Next level, please come in there to assist you, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got to drive about, walk about 20 minutes down the road. It's not far. But I think he is heading.
I'm not. I can't. This is not something to. I can't let this go.
Yeah.
You cannot grab someone and attack them, throw them to the ground, and then be like, "Oh, it's cool, mate. It's cool."
100%.
If I did that, I would. You can't do that. And he shouldn't be involving his mum. and it shouldn't be involving everyone else. He can't blame this on me. He can't blame this on anyone else. He can't blame this on his mum. He can't blame this on anyone else. You can't blame this on anyone else. And that's where I just go cowering my head.
Sorry, mate?
And that's where I just go, from here is just where I go cowering my head. Learnt that long enough. Just cover the head. Ran out of storage. And then he started talking about, and this is what really surprised me, is that the other protesters, they're saying, don't do it. Don't talk to him.
To him?
No, to me.
Yeah, yeah.
All the protesters are saying, don't talk to him, stay away. This guy was physically trying to hold me back.
Yeah. I filmed you asking him not to touch him.
No, stay away from me. Why was he doing that? I don't want to go close to him, but he needs to be held to account. If I let this go, he just disappears into the ether. It's just that simple.
Yeah. And, no action will be taken.
None.
It's not okay.
But it's a good wake-up call for pretty much everyone that this is how it is. Multiple triple O calls made. Calls made there. Two calls made en route.
Yeah.
The spelling of my name seemed to be the most relevant part.
And we're literally 150 to 200 metres from the police station, as we are right now. It's just on the left, to the left here.
Man, this is worse than I thought. This is worse than I thought. Maybe I should make some mean tweets.
So, yeah. Get a bit quicker.
Because we're at a stage where it's just a hierarchy. Yeah, that's all I got. And then that's it. It's over. Battery. Okay. 80%. And my secondary battery's dead. Hopefully we'll be alright. We'll see. Where's the cop shop?
Just to the left here.
Yeah, great. Okay.
It's the City of Sydney police station. Central Command.
Say no to domestic violence. What about non-domestic violence? So, story for Crikey will be that I've, what did he claim again? Assaulted an old woman, he's the victim, etc., etc. It'll be interesting what happens next.
Well, you'll have to go to the Surrey Hills police station. Is the second entry along.
I'm not going to direct him on what to do.
When we get to the cop shop, they don't want to get my phone and the keys and everything. sitting there. God knows if it's still there. Hopefully it's still there.
Me too. Thanks for keeping an
That's
eye
all
on.
right. But where's your stuff, and I can at least grab hold of it. You can easily come and see me in the city here.
There's a flash. There's a backpack.
Yeah.
There's a jacket, an orange
The fellow
jacket.
you were walking along with, he might have looked after it, hopefully. But
You know, mate?
David, or
You know, mate?
yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, really? After what's
Because
happened so far?
who came
Yeah.
with? Who came with? Big bold speeches about all the issues that they care about. Guy gets attacked at their venue. What do?
Yeah.
Try and stop the guy from being held to account.
Yeah.
Nah. No, I think there's a special breed, of which we are literally 2 in a population of 6 million, that doesn't seek violence to these aims, but does seek people who are violent to be held to account, not to just have bold speeches and what have you.
Yeah.
I would expect at a left-wing rally, any right-wing interlocutors to also be held to account in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And that does not happen.
Yeah. And the right-wing rallies are generally very, I've only ever been attacked at the left-wing or the counter-protest, which is pretty much the same again. This is like, he pretty much is the counter-protester to today's rally.
I don't mind a counter-protest.
Hey?
That was not... I don't mind a good counter-protest.
Oh, yeah, that's what
that
I'm
was
saying,
not a
but that's-
counter-protest.
Yeah. But that's generally where, that's where, over my history of, recording protests, that's the only time I've ever gotten attacked, is at the counter-protest to the Drag Queen Story Hour by the obituary people and various other ones. Yeah. Wrong door, buddy.
Just going to go in the office entrance.
So this is more where the big bosses, everything goes on. It's the next, Surrey Hills Police Station is the next one.
Isn't it
You'll just get
remarkable
moved along.
that 100 plus people watching, multiple 000 calls,
Yeah.
and the interlocutor must turn himself in. Police do not respond.
Yeah. How many calls do you say all up? 2 back there, your own one.
2 other people called.
And look, we're 33 minutes in
33-minute response
at this
time.
stage.
The injuries are not that bad. It's not a stabbing.
Yeah.
Skin, knee, my wrist hurts. Life goes on. Okay, he's going inside.
Okay.
He's going inside.
So are you going into?
No, I should not be in proximity to that man.
Okay.
Um,
Do you want me to do anything? Do you want me to tell the police that you're out here, or do you want me to do anything at all? Because otherwise I'll...
no. Thank you for abandoning your all of your belongings.
Hopefully they're still there. You should be a cop.
Mate, there's one thing for this to happen on soft ground. This is on hard ground, and any kicks here will be severe.
Yeah. Are you hurt anywhere yourself, like elbows?
My left wrist does hurt.
Yeah.
My left knee does as well. It will bruise, but nothing broken. No.
Finally, someone asking you 35 minutes later.
And he's at the desk talking about it now, and I have eyes with the officer. Officer hasn't looked my way yet. Taking a ticket. They're going down, and hopefully the officer... I think I caught eyes with the officer behind the desk. But they could be staying with. I would not want to be alone right now. 40-minute response time. It makes no difference, and he had to turn himself in. What can I say?
It's the ACON. There's what caused the problem right on the window there. It's the ACON badge. So,
It's not always about written laws. Maybe that's just how it is. With every street sign that has a pride flag on it, the police station has a pride flag on it. And it's not about the laws that are written. I just needed to know my place. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We all need to know our place.
All right. Well, I might finish.
Thanks, mate.
My filming, or do you want me to wait a little longer and film you as they come out, or what do you want to do?
I'm still live, so I should be okay.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, can I...
He's off duty.
I know he's off duty, but I've literally just been attacked by this guy who's just gone inside there. I've followed him for the past 20... I know you're off duty.
I'm not a police officer.
Can you just...
I work for correctives, man. I can't, unfortunately...
Yeah, you have no powers.
I have no powers to help you. So you
Can I borrow 5-10 minutes of your time until an officer does come out? Could I ask you to go in and ask an officer to come out? I don't want to be in the same room as him.
As who?
The guy who just... So the man.
Yep.
The man.
Have you tried speaking to the special constables just inside? They might be able to like give you some...
The man who just attacked me.
Who?
The man... See the gentleman just in the back there?
Yeah.
I've got to stop using the gentleman. He's not very gentle.
Yeah, right.
Once I was on the ground, which you can't see, I'm carrying my...
Are you recording me?
Of this, I absolutely am.
Alright, cool. I just asked that you don't record.
Can you
Oh, good.
just...
Look,
could you ask her to come out?
Who? The copper?
Yes, please.
Nah, look, man, it's... You best either go speak to them or speak to the special constables. I don't have any power to really...
Just as a
help you outside
person,
of that.
rather than officer.
What about this?
He's waiting to about to leave. I'm trying to...
Are you a journo or...?
Yes, that's what I try and do. I cover protests.
You're a journo. From where?
That's what I'm live streaming literally right now.
Okay.
And I'm asking, just
Can you not record
forget
me?
no pat.
Nah, man. I'm not. I don't look. I'm not sure. The whole. I don't want to be recorded. I've asked you already. Sorry, man.
Just as a person.
No, I'd love to help you, but I don't like the way that you're doing this, and I don't like the fact that you're recording me. Is that a fair call? I've asked you to stop, man. So look, I don't know if it's all just a prank or just a joke, but
No, it's not.
I would love to help you. I can only recommend going to the cops inside.
Yeah, the cops.
All right.
Go to the cops. Go to the cops. Not the cops. The other cops. Wrong type of cops. He's not a cop? He's decided he's not a cop today. Because he's off duty, and he doesn't have powers.
Yeah.
And I asked him as a person, just to ask another officer come out, because I don't want to be in the same room as the violent man. And he took more issue that I might be briefly recording him. And that's more of an offence. We are entering into a... It's going to be a tough world, mate. It's going to be a tough world.
Yeah. What's the plan?
I didn't realise I was in a city where even people employed by police or whatever wouldn't aid. It's a whole reshuffling of the hierarchies in my head, where an officer won't do that because I'm the wrong type, because I'm recording. Even though how many times he has his body cam on?
Yeah, and just walked into the...
He walked in.
Sydney Police Centre.
The officers still haven't come out.
Well, no, they've just gone to sit down, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the last time I was here was on Freedom Day when I was told what I could and couldn't do.
Hey, mate.
Yeah.
They're going to arrest me.
You? Why? For filming him or?
They're holy shit.
Kicking that guy's foot with your head?
You're laughing.
No, that's what I'm asking. What are you going to get arrested for?
Go through the numbers. My recording was more of a problem than the claims of an assault with video evidence I showed him.
Yeah. This fellow just now. Yeah.
I give a small 10-20% chance that I'm about to be arrested for until...
But what have you done? What have you haven't physically done anything to anyone, whereas...
There will be a claim, as he said on this live stream, that I was violently assaulting his mother.
Yeah. Well, my footage might vary.
I'm backpedaling, I'm backpedaling, I'm backpedaling. They're both coming towards me. I'm backpedaling, I'm backpedaling, I'm backpedaling, I'm backpedaling. Yeah, she goes hands on, tries to grab my camera. And then and then, okay. That's when he went for my head. My head moved. That's when I pulled my head away.
Yeah. So what made you hit the deck? He pushed you, pretty much.
I pulled my arms up around my head and just went to ground. Whenever something goes hands on like that, what I've learned is just go to ground. Just go to ground, cover your head, just cover your head. And that's what I did here. I'm just like, squint, just get down, cover your head, cover your head, cover your head. And even my phone's on my head and whatever else like that.
Stay back.
Put the phone. Oh, yeah, you might. And you're
Hey, don't touch me. Stay back.
Put the phone. Oh, yeah, you might.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's when someone pulled him off.
Say it again, mate.
That's when someone pulled him off.
Yeah. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll pause. You know, you can see my angle if you want.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, so kill that. Jeez, it's a long one. 40 minutes. We've got a 40-minute mark.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh. Seriously, this is gonna be hard. Okay, maybe.
I'm a HIV positive male, and you're murdering my judgment. Stay back. Oh yeah, you're right. Hey! Shut up! Come on! Shut it!
That's hard. That's hard.
Feel free to go back.
Yeah.
Stop it! He's my son! He's my son, please! Come on, guys, do you want to go back? Come on. On the move. Come on. Please, Robert. On the move, come on. Please. On the move. Stop. Dino, come on. I respect your right to, but don't criticise unions that support people with diseases. I contracted HIV while I was a medical student and wasn't allowed to continue as a trauma surgery.
You started the violence, you prick.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, okay, he admitted it. Okay, he admitted he started the violence.
I'm not.
Your footage might be relevant here.
There'll be more too. I'm sure there's a couple of others.
Let me free up some space on here.
Are you iPhone?
Yes.
We can do what do you?
Airdrop.
Airdrop's the one. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah, you'll need to be for 40. A 40-minute video is going to be pretty.
Hold on.
Pretty
I gotta free up some more space again.
Okay.
That goes on. Can you crop it? Can you crop it to just something a little bit shorter?
Yeah, it's. Oh fuck! Pardon my language. It's 2.44 gigabytes.
That's not too bad.
Okay, that'll handle it.
But can you crop it to just like the first 10? The main scene is what?
Yeah. Would you? Yeah. Let me do.
Just do an edit. Yep.
Okay.
In the bottom right, edit.
Edit, and then slide it along.
Yeah, slide it along to something like that. Yeah, keep going, 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 keep going. Yeah. The taxi part is kind of there. 13 minutes. Yeah, thank you.
13. Okay. Done. And I'll save it as a secondary video. So I got the first one. Yeah.
Correct.
Save as a new clip.
Police still haven't come out.
Oh, he's talking to them now though. The one inside, he's walked out of the office behind the plexiglass to have a chat with them.
They still haven't come out.
Okay, I think it's done.
Thank you, man.
You want me to
airdrop, please?
Oh no, sorry, saving now. I do apologise.
It does take a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Officer off duty doesn't agree with me according, therefore he's no longer employed by the force. I wrote note. Nothing. Nothing.
Police cars everywhere, but not a police officer.
Multiple calls. They can see me.
Here we go. You want me to back the through?
Yeah, please.
Will you come up as here we
Yes,
go.
that's one.
Waiting. Oh, pardon me, sending.
Right.
Have you accepted it?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
it's
sorry. It is. Yep,
halfway.
sending. Oh, I see. Do you want to try the full clip too, or you haven't got enough space on it?
I don't have enough space.
Okay. I'll let me know about it.
I think
I can send it to you via, well, not by WhatsApp, only by, 244. You can't even send it by Telegram. It's got to be under 2.
I think there's a chance this turns and I'm the problem. I think there's a chance this turns and I'm the problem and I need to be arrested.
I don't think so, to be honest. Not the footage doesn't say that.
There's the thing with the footage.
Yeah.
If there was no footage.
Yeah. If there was no footage, well, it's what your word against his and his mother's, I guess. And whoever else is around that wants to say anything.
But if I'd abided by that police officer who said he didn't agree with me recording, despite wearing a body cam 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
I'm disarmed. I must take the beating, lie on the ground, accept it, and move on.
Yeah.
And accept I can be grabbed, thrown to the ground, kicked, and accept it.
first try of the new toy.
What do you think?
I like it. Oh, I don't know. I just don't like the app that runs with it.
Terrible.
So every time you zoom in and out, it kills it because of the extra wide angle. I don't know. Anyway, I'll get used to it at some stage.
Stabilization of most of your 13s, 14s, 15s is pretty good.
Yeah.
But the extendable stick is quite handy.
Yeah, it's easy to just pop it on the tripod and hands free. All right, I'm gonna go, mate. Are you right or?
I'll be
What
all
about
right.
Your stuff. What do you mean you do? I can message you and I can just take it home. I only live down the street here. It's only 200 meters away.
I could walk up to that police car going out now and tell him what happened. Can I hail this police van? Guys, could I? Oh, someone's coming out. Okay.
Do you want me to go or not?
Oh, whatever. G'day, mate.
Hey, are you Chris?
Yeah, that's me.
Alright, I'm James. I'm a constable from Surrey Hills.
Thanks, James.
My name is Katherine. What you're saying you're doing.
Sure.
Is that recording?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, cool. Can I get you to turn it off for me, please?
Sorry, didn't you say your body worn's going?
Yeah, my body one's going.
So you're recording me, but you're instructing me to turn my camera off?
Yeah, a little bit. How do I spell your surname, Chris?
Oh, that's going to be hard to get past that first one. So I don't understand.
Okay, keep recording. I don't care. How do I spell your surname?
DEBRUYNE.
UYNE.
You guys reporting to the Wentworth Avenue call?
No, Chris, you're talking to me currently. So let them go about their work. You're speaking to me. Yeah? Date of birth, please. Date of birth, please. You came here to make a report.
Yeah,
I'm taking it, yeah? So
Yeah.
I need some of your details. Date of birth, please.
I'll just give you my driver's license.
Yeah, sure, why not? Thank you. Are you currently still living in Adelaide Street in West Ryde?
That's me.
That's you. Number 56, yeah?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, copy. Alright. What is going to happen from here, Chris? Okay, I want you to take a seat down on those benches away from Surrey Hills Police Station. I'm going to come out, or a constable is going to come out shortly and have a chat to you to see what is going on. Okay? I don't want you to interact at all with anyone currently in Surrey Hills Police Station. Right? I'll be back in a couple of minutes to give you this. You understand? Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Do you want me to hang in or not?
This isn't going to go well. First thing you wanted to say, stop the recording.
Yeah. I think he understands it. He's out here. He's in the street. What can he can't tell you not to. And he knows that in the end because he backed down on it. I think it was he'd rather not be recorded was the thing.
No, I asked, are you instructing me to turn it off?
Yeah.
And he said pretty much yeah.
Oh, okay. What have you got back there at the park? Stuff is there, flashlight. What else?
I think
Because Dana's there too. She might.
I think a lot of people have got to accept their place, that things have changed. I think if you're on the wrong side of politics and issues and values, I think you've got to take the beating and accept it, or else you'll be punished with a process. No, don't say anything. He's the right type.
Who's this? The cop?
No, the guy who beat me. He's the right type.
Yeah. It's all over the floor in
Yeah, it is. He's sobbing.
And again, that if you zoom in on the welcome here sign, that's an ACON. It's an ACON sign, and that's what the ladies and protesters say. Is ACON is probably one of the most evil organisations.
I haven't gone deeper into
He's very
ACON.
upset about it. Yeah, there's two of the ladies very into it.
I haven't gone deeper into it.
Yeah, they spoke very thoroughly about it at the last thing.
Ooh, my elbow.
Victoria Park.
Now the adrenaline's wearing off. My elbow.
You want to sit? That's what he said. Why don't you go
Oh,
sit?
he did instruct me to sit, so I better
he
sit.
said sit away from the park.
Is he coming to? No, he's not
I can see
coming.
you.
Is he coming to me? No.
All right, yeah, I hate to leave you, so I'll float
Okay.
around.
All right.
No, I'll float around if
you float around. It would
it's
be.
up to you. Yeah.
Can you be my support person through this?
Yeah.
In what's about to happen?
Yeah.
Because I don't think from that interaction things are going to go well.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, okay, I'll float.
Can you call someone to pick up your things?
I don't know any of them there. And,
Because I don't think this is going to go well.
yeah.
Ouch. Ouch. Look, no blood drawn, but I've got like a.
It's all. You've got a bit of.
Yeah.
on
No,
your
my
knees
knees,
and
my
your
knees got,
trousers.
my knees got done.
Yeah.
That's not too. I mean, look,
it's a bit sore.
again, no blood drawn, but it's. I mean,
You got a bit of slight grace.
Yeah, look,
Slight grace.
it's fine. My right elbow, though. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but this look. But yeah, we're fine. It's my right elbow. You end up with these funny maladies when you do this job. This isn't going to go well.
I don't know. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I mean, they'll go over the footage. They'll probably need statements from other people too, I'd say, if anything's going to happen.
Can you give a statement?
So yeah. Well, I'll just say what I saw, and I can just hand over my footage, I guess. That's all I can do. Just say what happened as I saw it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much the reality of what happened.
Are we okay here? Oh.
You go.
Oh, nothing major. Just the door's broken. Does it still work?
I think it's going to look. How about I just run back and grab my stuff, because I think I'm a little bit concerned this is going to not,
Can you call anyone else?
disappear.
Dana's here.
Oh, can you call her then?
No, she's literally here.
Oh, she's here. Okay. Well, can she be new support person number 2? I'll go and grab my stuff and come back.
Thank you, mate.
Hey, well done. Has everyone left up there?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I hope my phone and everything's just sitting there. I guess it is. Hopefully.
Your friend has some of your stuff, and he's
Yeah,
got some
good.
of his stuff.
My car.
He leaves.
Keys to my car.
So you need to get it back. I can
Take this phone number. Call this man.
Yeah. Are you staying? You got a spare time?
Or either.
Can I have your phone?
You mentioned you needed a support person.
Yeah, please.
Well,
Do you-
I'm just a bit concerned. All my stuff's just sitting there. My phone, my keys, my life.
Okay, so.
I don't really have.
Talk to this man.
Yeah.
Damo's there. You had the
What's
keys
his
to my
name
car.
again?
Damien.
Damien.
Keys to my car. Get his bag out of the boot. I don't know.
Then I'll drop the key back to you. Oh, hi, Damien.
Hi.
Okay.
This isn't going to go well.
Right.
Come straight out. ID. Address. Instructs me to stop recording. When I clarify, he told me to put his body mode on, and now he starts instructing me to stop recording. He said pretty much yeah.
You came in the nick of time, but.
And he said, how's it going? Thank you.
So what's going to happen is police are going to come out and speak to you shortly. They might take you into a separate room to get a version from you, and we'll go from there. Okay. I just want you to wait out here until that happens.
Didn't wait if I had any questions.
I don't know if you noticed me. But anyway.
Throughout most of that time, the guy inside was claiming, oh man,
Hey, I was there. You did nothing.
Doesn't matter. Let me call someone particularly important here. Let me try and tether. Can I use your phone while you're there and call someone particularly important to me?
You have a phone number?
You know,
Yep.
don't read it out. Give me a second, I just gotta...
Speaker or...
No way. No way. He hung up on you when you called. Oh, I know the constable who came out wasn't friendly. The first thing he said was, I'm activating my body worn. And if that's recording. Yeah, the other guy wasn't. He said, I need you to stop recording after he turned his body worn on. And this isn't. I need to just take the beating. I think the rule is, if they're the wrong type, they're the right type, you have to take the beating, and that's it. What was with the big brave words? Everyone was like, oh, this, I wasn't even necessarily listening to what they were saying. I'm not even totally across the issue, right? Because I'm normally just too busy capturing it. But I heard these big voices. And then those same big voices were holding me back from holding the guy who just clearly attacked me responsible. What the point is all of that muscle and bluster? They were holding me back. I had these huge arms around me saying, no, it's fine. It's not fine. No, of course nothing's on their Twitter. Thanks for being here. I don't think I can turn the camera off. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Yeah, I need a voice recording of it, of my own voice recording of what happens. It's no. What I believe may happen is I could be charged today. Despite video evidence, despite them telling me that I shouldn't be recording, despite the gentleman who said that I don't feel comfortable with you recording, the only thing that would save me in this situation, because that 3/5 rule, their opinion of the right type is worth, mine is only worth 3/5 of theirs. Can you? Ask him if he's free to come in by phone or someone. Someone can represent by phone or just help us out, or just give him a call, let him know the situation, and or Cam or anyone. And if Carl's busy, ask him for someone else. Love you, bye.
Right.
Do you need to go? Have you got a time limit?
I had plans to leave Sydney tonight, but I can be here at least a couple of hours, like before dinner.
This is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. Can I use your phone to... Oh, I don't know. It's okay. This is just a big, small village with everyone peeking through the shutters of their tiny homes in a small, tiny town, wondering what everyone else is going to do, what's happening out there. It really did become the global village where no one wants to do anything about what's happening. And by do anything, the balance seems to be holding a camera to film or kicking people on the ground. How do I protect my family? At home and outside the home. Like, there are groups out there who, Patrick Gibson, a couple of years back, some nut with like a, I didn't even know this group existed, RAHOWA, Racial Holy War, whatever, blah, 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 like skinhead, tattooed, went to Paddy Gibson's home, starts ripping doors off. No, this is actual violence, right? Trying to get into his home, it's just some neo-Nazi. An actual term neo-Nazi actually used properly. Like if you have tats and talk in that way, that, yeah, that qualifies as your Nazi. Good work. As opposed to, can we have less immigration? Nazi. Oh, okay. I film. And that's violence. And he feels he can violently attack me. He feels he can violently attack me because, as he's been said for years, words of violence, you're being oppressed. I'm oppressing you. I don't think I'm wrong in chasing him down and trying to hold him to account.
Because he touched you first.
It's more than a touch.
Well, that's me putting it politely, you know what I mean?
If he'd given me a push, I don't care, whatever. This wasn't a push.
You saw footage, it's on live stream as well.
It's not about what's fair. It's about if you can get your people into positions of power. That's fairness.
Those street signs aren't helping.
You know, I like to think that those street signs and these signs weren't meant to end up with this level of hierarchy. That it was, the goal was to try and find some kind of equality, fairness, as it was said. I'm increasingly coming to the conclusion it wasn't.
DEI is spelled incorrectly. It's DIE.
The people who attacked me, the gentleman, is white. Feeds into the violent white male stereotype, doesn't it?
He kind of looked buff. Like not skinny. He wasn't skinny. He wasn't lanky. He wasn't like you could push him over. No. Not those vibes.
100 plus, you know, 18, 15% body fat. Well, maybe 18, close to 18. Not carrying a lot of spare weight. Celine messaged you?
Nope.
Celine tweeted anything about this?
Let's see.
Oh, she probably doesn't want this.
What do we have here? Oh, her live stream. That's pretty much it. Nothing else.
Okay. Can you go to my Twitter and see what people are saying, please?
Okay, Twitter.
You know, I wonder whether this is blown up or it's still small.
Now, Chris, on your Twitter. What do we have here? 182.
Oh, did it end? Where is it live?
Oh, it's...
Oh, no, we're here. That's us. Okay. Oh, that's take that call.
Take it?
Yeah. Hi.
So,
yes. What should I do right now? Mm-hmm. Got it. Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, love. Go. Would you? Got it. Yep. Got it. Thank you. Bye. Love you too. No, it's okay. Bye. Thank you.
Hey mate, so I'm Constable Kerry. Sorry.
Hi, Constable. All good. So what was your name again?
Kerry.
Hey, Kerry.
So, look, I spoke to old Matty inside, and I just wanted to see if I can. I know you've already given the version to Constable Leonard. If you can just help me clarify some things. So he's saying that he's essentially walked past a protest. He's kicked a sign, which is, I guess, the protesters have reacted, and then they've begun to record him. And then there was a altercation where he's been put into a headlock by someone.
What happened? Okay.
Is that it's by someone, and then after he's put into the headlock, a few other people got involved and intervened, and then he was let go, and then him and his mother have tried to come to Surrey Hills, and you guys have just, I guess, recorded and come back here, and just wanted to make sure he was held accountable for his actions, but he didn't really. I just want your version of what he's actually done, if he's committed an offence or what.
He didn't include anything else?
No, so
Like maybe grabbing a photographer, trying to rip the phone out of his hand, pushing him to the ground. While he cowers with his head over, he kicks him in the elbow.
Yep.
None of that was included? Yeah, okay. Okay.
So,
knees...
as in
even...
you, he's done it to
Yes,
you.
me.
Oh, okay.
So I don't mean to... So,
that's okay.
when you get attacked, it's...
It's okay. No, I just wanted to get.
I'm very, very angry. Oh, trying to live. This is really hard to deliver without. Yes. The man inside. 5'11". You know the man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the man inside. That's enough.
I'm backpedaling.
Okay, yep.
His mother swings about it once, grabs my phone with the other. He, right arm, right hand onto me, grabs me, pushes me to the ground. I cover protest, so I'm used to this. Arms up, something in. What I believe is he kicks me in the elbow. Only at that point to someone pulls him off. He then, once he's pulled off, denies that any of it was him. You attacked me. I was defending my mother. You grabbed my mother.
Okay.
Great part about this is all on a live stream. Shot from multiple different angles.
Okay. Did you also record?
I didn't record, but I saw the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, okay. Do you happen to have footage so I can observe it? Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you're willing to do that, I'm happy to see, and then I can try and ascertain where I should go from here and whatnot. Also, you willing to provide a statement?
Yeah, I'll give a statement.
Happy days. Okay. how can I have a look at the footage? Is this something I can access now?
I'll do it as part of the statement when you're ready. I guess you need to do other stuff first.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll go. Essentially, what it's looking is like I'm going to take statements from this side and then take statements from this side. I don't know how long this process is going to be, but it's just.
Takes. Oh, okay.
So I'm going to
Sure.
take.
Well, I mean,
I've got 4 statements.
can I if I can.
I'm a HIV
Oh
man.
yeah.
Support my community. Do not criticise Akon, you cis hetero cunt. Yeah, hey, I'm a HIV positive male, and you're
Hey, don't touch me. Stay back.
Oh yeah, you
Wait.
Oh yeah.
You seem okay. Yeah, hey, I'm a HIV positive male, and you're murdering me.
Touch me. Stay back.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, shut up! Fucking come on, cunt!
I guess you left that bit out.
Yeah, it did. Can you get that up 1 second? I just want to show my sergeant that. Yeah, mate, he definitely left that out.
Yeah. Seems like an important part of the story.
Yeah,
Doesn't
probably
it?
the most important.
Wait. And go back to. I'll give you the from when I start rolling.
Yes, please.
And go.
I'm a HIV man who supports my community. Do not criticise Akon, you cis hetero cunt.
Is that a head crime?
Yeah, hey, I'm a HIV positive male, and you're
Hey, don't touch me. Stay back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And can I see the other?
Yeah.
records?
Very stable. So, you seem okay.
And you're murdering my
Touch me. Stay back.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hey, shut up!
I'll be out shortly. I'm just going to go show this to the supervisor and I'll come back with some further information on what we should do then from there.
Can I point out the cis white male hetero cunts?
Yes, I'll make sure. Yeah, okay. So you're happy statement and if possible statement from you? Yep, okay. Okay, cheers.
Totally different officer, totally different approach. Officer Kerry. First officer, I was like, that's it.
Different attitude.
Totally different attitude, which is, let's hear your side of the story. If that first officer had taken that man's statement, he'd be charging me with a crime rate. Wouldn't even look at the video evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be great for views, but for me, the story actually isn't the violence. It's all of the big blustery talk. And then, where's the follow-up?
Which is why I didn't speak to you. I spoke to the mother and son. That's enough. Because they overstepped.
Who did?
Mother and son. Mother and son.
Well, when I was trying to get the
I mean, who grabs their shopping bags and starts waving it at people?
this was where it could have just disappeared, right? Is when I'm there saying, I'm not going to let this go, right? I'm not going to let this go. I'm not letting this go. They try and flee in a taxi, and I'm not letting this go. I'm not letting this go, right? And that 10 minutes was hard, and they just, you see this? He's trying to stop me from.
Hey! Now you're on
These people need to be charged.
Yeah, it's just that simple. They need to be charged. You can't. Now, what will be interesting is if allegations of harassment then come up, because I followed them. I've followed them all the way to the police station.
But you didn't touch them.
No.
So how is that harassment?
Ah.
I'm trying to understand this.
Yeah, I know. New World, again, by the first officer's situation, turn your camera off. I'm recording you. By the person who walked down here before you arrived, a corrections officer came in and asked if he could just either stay with me or ask one of the officers to come out. He said, no, I can't, I'm not on duty. I'm like, I know, just as a person with no powers. He said, I don't know if this is a prank or something, but no, I don't like that you're recording me. This situation without video recording would have gone completely differently.
There are two types of young officers. One who've been institutionalised and have allowed themselves to be institutionalised and be part of the system, entrenched. And then there's other young officers who have a little bit more common sense. Maybe the second fellow that talked to you, hopefully a tiny bit more common sense. Where are we on X?
Let me see if I can join my hotspot so I can have a look at this. Ben Strickland, he asked you to meet him at the police station. You have it on film. Yep. Chris, this is hard to watch. So many rights are violated. Hi, Wendy. Look, I'm not sure. Look, rights are things that you can exercise. I'm not completely sure this is one, and I think we're just got to be aware of that. Thank you. Beck wants me to go in, I'll be fine.
No.
No, Beck. No. Don't be scared, just go in. The viewers at home be like, oh yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it, yeah.
It's not that simple.
I'll call the guys back at Hyde Park and make sure your stuff is safe. Oh, the organizer. Oh yeah, I thought. Anyone who did call police, thank you. It matters, it's important. Person could be dead by now. Where are the police? I suspect it's about being the right type of person. Yeah. It will call AAA with no SIM card. Yep, that was good. Chris has been abused far too often. Oh, I guess, yeah, it's good. Yeah. Thank you, Rosalie. Multiple angles of footage. Stand your ground. We all saw what happened. Yes, but I need other people to get him in.
You happy to take a statement now? Is that possible?
Yeah, sure.
Do you? All the interview rooms are full.
Oh.
That's why. If you're happy to do it here, I'm happy to do it there too.
But you want to record it? Don't you want to? You don't want to record it, or?
The statement.
Yeah.
The statement doesn't need to be recorded. I'll do it all in my book, and it doesn't actually have to be.
Do you want me to do a statement when there's one available, or I can do it at Eastwood?
If you like, but from what the problem with that is, so from what was observed on the footage, is there's an assault disclosed being him. Can't actually charge him with a criminal offence until you provide the statement. So I mean, we know who he is and he lives here, so it's not like it's the hardest thing to find him. And but essentially, if that's the case, when you provide the statement to Eastwood, then we can give him like his court attendance notice and whatnot. Does that make sense?
You can't charge him until I give a statement.
So I need you to be willing to come to court and provide a victim statement.
Happy to.
Yeah. So I need the statement for you so I can, conduct the process.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
why I want one now, but if
But you don't have interview rooms available.
Correct.
So
I can take a statement anywhere you'd like.
But it wouldn't be recorded.
I can record it on my body one if you.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, there you go. So we just make a de facto kind of interview.
Normally it's not recorded. When we speak to victims, it's not recorded. It's just all in the book, and it's all done with our little stickers to say that it's eligible for court and whatnot. But if you're comfortable with me recording you on my body one, I can do that. It's entirely your choice.
Is this the written statement? Because I've given a statement before.
So it's a written statement. Yes. So there's two types. There's the written statement, which you can do out on the truck whenever I go to any jobs and there's not obviously a computer available, or when you come into the police station and there's a computer available, I can do it online, like on the system, which is easier.
Yeah.
Because everything's uploaded straight away. I don't have to go back, scan my book, and do whatnot. So one is easier than the other. However, they're both just as good.
Right. Okay. The statement that I've given a couple of statements over the years. Is normally with like a computer and we edit it and kind of put it together. I guess what's surprising to me is that you couldn't charge him without a statement. Say if I gave a statement tomorrow, given you could probably pull like Sydney City Police violent things and.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Okay. So if I don't give a statement right now, he wouldn't be charged.
Well, we know who he we know who he is. It just means that we won't charge him straight away. So we'll wait on you to provide the statement, and then I'll charge him and conduct the process. Otherwise, we can do it. That's what I'm saying. We do it right now, and then I get the go ahead from the supervisor, and I just start doing it. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Because what happens is what we find is that you don't provide the statement. You say, yeah, no worries, I'll provide one to you. I'm happy to, and then we go and charge them, and then you don't provide me the statement, and there's no.
Yeah. Then you're stuck. Even with the
costs and everything
video.
Towards, yeah, but there's no victim. Essentially, you're not providing the statement. So then we pay costs and whatnot at court, and we lose anyways.
Right. Yeah.
It's your choice. I'm not going to force you to do anything.
No. I'm not suggesting that.
If you want to do it.
It's just that because he didn't have an interview, I was just trying to work on that. But I was just surprised about that. It's good to know about that process because there's. Wait, there's no victim? I'm a victim. But even if I don't give a statement, am I still a victim? I can be a victim without giving. That's a. Yeah, I guess. That's
before
just.
I joined the place, so it's the same thing. But look, it's up to you. If you're more comfortable doing it inside, we can wait. Sorry, what's your?
Can I give a statement at Eastwood tomorrow?
Yeah, so you're from Eastwood.
You've got my ID.
I've got your ID.
Great.
Actually, did you give that to? I don't have your. Did you give it to Leonard?
Yeah. He decided to read out my address on live stream, which was great. Oh yeah, that was great. I told him I was recording. I'm just live streaming because he came up because I was really worried coming up here because I'd asked a corrections officer when going in. I know you're off duty. I know you don't have powers. Can you just either wait with me or get someone to come out because I don't want to go in that room. Right? And he was like, "Oh no, I don't like you recording me." Constable Lennon comes out, or not? The next constable comes out, turns his body worn off, instructs me to turn this off, and I'm like, "Wait, you just turned your body on. You're instructing me to turn my recording off?" And he's like, "Pretty much, yeah." Okay. So that I know. Can I give a statement to Eastwood? But you can't.
You can, like, if that's what you want and you're more comfortable with.
Because it's a full statement of exactly what happened precisely. Dana, what do you reckon? Because I want to get back to.
I was hoping to give you a lift back.
Yeah, because it's already been like over an hour and a half of this. Should I give it now? If I don't give it now,
how long do you think this would take? Taking a statement for him.
Probably a good 20 to 40 minutes. Could be longer, could be less, but you know, yeah. And if you are waiting, like that's in the book. If you're waiting, like, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I don't know what they're dealing with inside the other interview rooms.
Because my wallet fell out of my pocket up there. No, not my wallet. I don't have all of my belongings with me. Okay. Backpack, bags, keys to. I had to. Luckily, I did have the keys to my car, but I've just left a lot up there from an event in the middle of a park because I wanted to ensure that these guys.
Okay, hopefully we'll.
No, this was from Hyde Park. I've walked all the way from Hyde. Yeah, that's my concern. That I'd like to.
Right.
What was your?
My name's
Sia. Yeah.
Just so I use partners. Apologies if that's
no. No.
And you're willing to provide a statement. Have you provided your details to Constable Leonard?
No.
Can I take your details? Is that possible?
Is that okay?
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Just if you can write them down. And is the address current?
Yep.
Yeah, the address is current, whatever the address is on there. Which I should have said, but we should have been talked over this afternoon, but the address is.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's right, I'll be mindful not to.
Thank you. That's quite kind. That's kind. Completely different attitude to the first guy. Because you don't always know who's telling what truth until you get to the bottom of things.
100%. You know, that's why we get to ask both versions, and when people come in very irate and distressed, it makes things much more difficult too, you know. Yeah.
To give a statement, it needs to be in person?
Yes.
Is it a problem if the statement is given next week?
there's no problem with giving, like the statement's totally up to you when you want to give it, if you want to give it.
Okay.
I just wanted to be clear with you that I'm happy to take it now. It's just, it's going to be in this circumstance. Yeah.
Hope no one in Hyde Park is nicked off with my belongings.
Our mutual friend had a few objects from you.
Good.
Which I'm
Hopefully
assuming
someone just put
James
them back,
has
probably,
met up.
and put them back in my car.
You wouldn't happen.
You came down, and James, the only ones.
Some people were. Maybe two people were a bit
I'll
more
give you
self-centered.
my book if you want to write down your phone number in it, and then I can just contact you.
Thanks very much. That's
Some
very
later
kind.
stage.
That's very kind. And I don't think my number's in there either. Can I write down?
Can you
Yeah.
please, and your email if possible.
Where's your? Oh, just
Can I
make
write
it
it just
clear.
here? Is that okay?
Underneath, yeah, I'll know what's what.
One second. Great. Okay. Provide it now, I guess.
Who's? Oh.
I don't know.
Very quickly. How do I contact this guy?
James.
Yep.
I've just checked. Someone's been able to take care of my things. So if you've got time, I've got time. If that's available right now.
Yeah,
Great.
If you're
Great.
happy to do it, I'll just do it right now.
Shuffle. Can we shuffle over one, and I'll keep it still this way. I really had a hard time getting across that I was really angry.
So this sticker here essentially is everything you're about to say is the best to your knowledge.
May I?
Yeah. I just want to ask him. You got his stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. Well,
How old are you? You can do both at the same time if you'd like.
I'll give my full and undivided. 40 years old. 40 years old. I thought it was just going to be a
What
simple
time
day.
did you arrive at Hyde Park today?
12:30, around 12:30.
And what's your employment?
Certainly for today, I am a reporter, live stream reporter.
Is this just a hobby, or is it paid by someone, like sponsors or anything like that?
That's true. Yes,
Yeah.
poorly paid professional.
Okay.
A bit shaky.
I don't know why.
I am. I'm a bit shaky. Which I shouldn't be surprised by. It might happen. I don't know. There's probably an easier way than any of this. If you want to just give.
Oh, ta-da.
No, that's his channel. I'll give you his phone number.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay, I'm gonna message him.
Save it.
Is this on Facebook? I'm assuming on YouTube or?
Call it, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, where I live stream protests. All kinds. Yeah, please then.
Mm-hmm.
Was it anywhere specifically in Hyde Park or just Hyde Park?
Fire, earth, water, fire, earth, fire, water statue? Earth, fire, water statue.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with the park.
Where I attended a biological reality protest
I'm going to bring up the details.
in Hyde Park.
So a
Biological reality rally? In Hyde Park.
Hmm.
Is that James? Might be.
Hello, Dan speaking. Yep, that's me. G'day.
Okay, so I've got you attending there. So in your words, what's happened?
What?
So
Yep.
what time did this incident occur?
Can I refer to my...
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Because the metadata will record what time the recording began, which will tell us precisely, you know, when I'm recording all that, like, yeah, stuff like that. Okay. But I should say from my words, not from what I saw there.
But you can also, you can refer back to
I
the
would,
videos.
about 1:30.
1:30. So up until, so from 12:30 to 1:30, everything's fine, conducting your business as usual, and then...
I recorded the live stream. I recorded the protest. I live streamed the protest.
Your backpack, your jacket, your flash, it's now in your car.
Excellent, thank you. Who had to do it? Who did it?
James got it all together. Good on him.
Why did James have to do that? Well, he had the keys, I guess.
Yeah.
But... Did Damien get his bag?
Yep.
So about 1:30. What's happened?
Yelling. I hear yelling.
How far away would you say?
Hard to tell, it's now. Yelling. I hear yelling. And I see a man
Do you know what the yelling was? What he was saying?
oh, okay, yep. I hear... I don't know yet. All I know is yelling, but I can describe what it was. I have HIV. Separate quote.
I have HIV.
I have HIV.
Yep.
Separate quote that I recall, you cis white cunts. I can't remember anything else he says. I would only describe it as, yeah, that's that. Yeah. If I could, yep.
Okay.
Full stop. New sentence. I see him.
When you say...
I look at him. I looked straight at him, and I could see him.
Seen the male.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you like a physical description?
Yep.
Yep.
Describe.
6 foot. 100 kilograms. Bald head. Beard. Muscular. Yep, muscular. white. Early to mid 40s. Red shirt. Grey pants. Thank you.
Can I just quickly give him an update on his key? Just fill him in,
Yeah,
just
so
like
like, yeah.
Yeah, I gave you the guy took his bag. I put your bag, which had your orange jacket, your flashlight was separate. I put them in the bag and put them in the car, locked the car. End of story. All good?
Thanks, mate.
No worries. Okay. I'll see you then. Let me
Hold
know
on.
If you need me.
Mate,
For anything.
thank you.
Oh, that's okay. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Look after each other.
No one else did.
Uh,
No one else did, and
You
that
do it for
means
me,
something.
and
Yeah, absolutely, I do it for you.
My pleasure, mate.
No one else did.
No worries. We'll see you again soon. Let me know if there's anything you need from
See
me.
you next approach. I don't want to do this anymore.
All right. See you guys. See you later.
So I've got early mid 40s, red shirt, grey pants. Anything else you can remember? Tattoos, scars on his
Skate
face,
shoes.
and
Skate shoes. Yeah, I mean, I have a video. Yeah.
Right, so you've heard this
Mhm.
person
Mhm.
yelling out, which has gained your attention.
Mhm.
And then what's happened?
I get my video up. My second phone. Recording him. And I begin taking photos with my SLR camera.
What do you call it? SLR?
Yep. Right way to. Some people call it professional, some people call it mirrorless. SLR is just great. Anyone will understand what that means.
Begin to take photos and videos.
Yep.
And then
So I've got it up. Right. He was throwing signs. He was throwing the protesters' signs at the protesters, like it was towards the center of it. But yeah, he was throwing the signs towards the protesters. Just normal angry man stuff. Honestly, if that's all he did, I wouldn't have a problem. Whatever. You know what I mean? It just happens.
Yep. So has there been throw the protest signs at the protesters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They pick up their protest signs, throw them at the protesters. That's when I've got a camera on, and he turns his attention. He then turns his attention to me. Yes. Walking towards me and yelling at me. I don't even know what he's yelling. Most of these times I don't know what they're yelling. You're just in the zone.
I remember his physical actions more than his words.
That's a very good way to put it.
Like, it was very clear what he was physically doing.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
I don't recall what he was saying. I remember his physical actions more than his words. Yeah, that's a great way. That's exactly how. Because let me tell you, my impression of what he was about to do was not there for a conversation. His physical presence, he was not there for the conversation. It doesn't have to be. I think we've pretty much said. Yeah, keep it more brief. Which is, I think there's. I start backpedaling, so I start walking backwards. Walking backwards. while he's walking towards me, pointing at me. That's when his... Well, I didn't know it at the time. I know it later. So should I say that I knew it came to be his mother? Or, but, yep. A woman I later came to understand was his mother approaches me swinging her bag at me. Correct, handbag.
So she's begun to swing her handbag at you
Mhm.
whilst you're walking back,
Yep.
whilst he's walking towards you.
Coming handbag at me. Can I have a comma? Coming within inches of my face. So it wasn't a mild, just to, not on the part of the head, it wasn't a mild, because I cover protests, I'm used to people not wanting to know that. This was quite close, so that was that's my...
You believe she had intention to physically use that word?
And again, I'm not going to be hurt by a handbag, but that changed my tone. It was like, oh, okay, this is a bit more.
Did you have any fears at that moment for your safety regarding her or him at that point?
His posture was total, I'm going to you up. I can rephrase that for a more professional.
Your words is your words.
All right, yeah. His posture was, I am going to you up. I know this from covering many protests.
So
we don't need the full F you, just F you up.
Okay.
F is fine. F you up.
So just clarifying, you feared that you're going to be physically assaulted or harmed?
At that point, I wasn't in fear. Like, I was like, oh, this is just an angry man. I wasn't at the fear yet. But his entire pose was, his pose was, I'm going to F you up. I know this from covering many protests. I'm going to run out of power. That's okay. Yep, absolutely. I continue backpedaling. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase this. I continued walking backwards. Backpedaling is not everyone knows what that means. Did she grab me on my... The older woman then grabbed me. Grabbed at me and grabbed around my phone in my left hand. And tried to pull it out of my hand.
that your left hand.
Holding my left
was
hand,
just
which
your
holding my
and
phone,
She just attempted to grab your phone.
and attempted to. Well, she did grab my phone. So she grabbed my hand and my phone, and tried to pull it out of my hands towards the ground. Try to pull it out of my hands. And prevent me recording the. Yep, prevent me recording. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So, and what's happened?
She grabbed me with my other hand? I don't know. This is where things really start to speed up. So she's grabbed me, she's trying to pull it away. I pull my phone away and I put my arm up, like, I don't know how much detail you want of this, I put my arm up like that. And I said, I'm continuing to walk backwards. All of this, always walking backwards, right? Try and keep some distance between you and anger, right? Walking backwards away from the.
So you put your hands up to fend.
Yeah, right. And that's when the gentleman, not so gentleman, rushed forward, moved forward, ran forward.
He towered over you. I think I saw.
Yeah, ran towards me. And oh, jeez, it's hard to remember now. Jeez, I couldn't tell you. Where he grabbed me? Look, if I were to tell you with my best memory, he grabbed me around the right of my neck. I'm struggling to remember exactly where, but I don't. If I rely on the video, that's a separate piece of evidence. This has got to be a statement from memory.
All right. So
I don't mean to.
No, that's okay. So I just wanted to be very accurate. So he's grabbed you from your memory around your neck on the right side.
Look, my memory says he's grabbed me around my neck on the right side. I believe, my best memory, but it happens very quickly that I'm thrown to the ground.
One arm, two arm, open hands.
Mate, I don't know. I can pull up the video, but again, that wouldn't be my memory statement, which this is meant to be, or something. Because of that, then we should just watch the video and record what we see, but that's not what this is meant to be.
Grabbed you from the neck, and then what has he done? Essentially.
From there, I remember being. I can tell you, I remember being pushed to the ground. I throw my arms up around my head into a ball. Tuck myself into a ball.
Into a belt, more to
Yep.
protect yourself.
And while on the ground, I feel myself get kicked. I am kicked. I was kicked.
Do you know if he kicked you?
Yes, I feel there was no one at that. It was him.
Where were you kicked? Part of your body?
To my torso.
And do you know what leg, potentially, what legs kicked you, or how it's kicked you? Is it like a downward kick, or like a soccer ball kick, anything like that?
Too quick, too much.
Did it cause you any pain?
Yeah.
Yep. Say immediate pain?
Yeah. Oh, yes, and it hurt. Actually, my neck hurt, to be honest, more than anything.
Okay, so once that's happened, what's happened? So you're on the ground, he's kicked you, and then
Someone pulls him off.
someone pulled him off.
I don't know.
And then from there, what's happened? Someone's helped you up, or people have come to your aid.
Someone helped me up.
Broken up. Someone's helped you up.
Yep.
And then what's happened?
I kind of get to it. I get up to my knees first, then up to my feet. That's the only physical interaction anyway, which is good. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn... Dana, did you want to say anything before I turn off at 12% power? I'm going to save some power if I need it. Last words?
Everything was recorded. We know what happened.
All right. When you see violence happen, regardless of the political affiliation, guys, don't just be like, oh, it's someone else's problem. I would like to live in a society where, regardless of left, right-wing protests, that violence isn't acceptable. I'll continue to ask for that. If this were a right-wing rally, or whatever, if this were a left-wing rally, I'd like to see that. It's not someone else's problem. And if you see an incident like this happen at your protest, to the organisers of today's protest, to just let this go away and not follow up on this. There are only two people who did, Dana and James. To the organisers of that, you should have followed up on this. And you should have... Yeah, so it's a blast on you. I'm going to turn this off. All right, see you next protest.